The day is finally here. Arthur is pulling in right now with my Corvette, and the cage is done. I'm wearing my special Corvette shirt. I'm so excited. He sent me a few photos while he was doing the cage, and he filmed some video as well that I'll put in this video. But today will be the first day that I see everything. All right, let's see it. I can't believe this car is a cage now. Oh my God. So you said you went into the chassis from the back here?
Chevy marks them out. There's little lines.
Okay.
Right on top of the frame.
Fully functional top. That is sick.
It slides on the back again.
Wait a minute, is that actually what that's used for?
Yeah.
I had no idea. What? What?
Collete.
No.
Yeah, so you slide the thing in here.
We had no idea. Yeah, no, that is really cool. I love it. Oh my God, this thing is, it's a full-blown drift car now.
I have partially drawn up. I didn't have time to finish it, but the aluminum flat ones, just need to finish them.
The...
Like door panels.
Oh, you traced them out?
Yeah, so I just
What?
finish. I've been cutting steel all week, so I haven't had time to throw some aluminum on there.
Yeah.
But I had them so they're gonna bend right on this top, and we can riv nut them up here.
Oh, that would be
Just goes flat
sick.
down to the bottom, and then we can just put the switches and stuff for the windows and the buttons.
That would be awesome. This is so rad. I can't believe I can still have full function of the top. And this new freaking top holder that I never even knew about in the back. That's awesome. I will actually use that now.
Stripes almost line up with it in the front, too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's funny. Oh wait, if I hold the camera right here, wait, the stripes line up. So what was the hardest part?
So like you can't drop the cage in the vets because you're just going right to the frame. So you can't come in with the dash in there. So everything's kind of be done where it's at. So like getting back in here to weld all the way around. Some of it kind of sucks to get to, but it's tons of
How
tungsten
did you
stick
get
out.
to that?
You just stick the tungsten way out so you don't get as much argon in there. So like if you look here next to that one's kind of ugly, but this is what you get all the room.
That is wild. And this was extra hard because I was trying to keep functionality of the top piece.
Yeah, you want
and the dash.
Yeah.
So
Keeping the dash in there is nice.
dude, this looks so good. I can't wait till it's painted.
When you're driving it, you get the full A-pillar. Nothing's coming down past the A-pillar. You're not getting
Oh yeah,
blocked.
I want to test this out here.
It looks good.
I cannot wait till this thing is painted. She a race car now.
She's born to race.
It should be quite a bit stiffer too, because like the vets they're fiberglass on a steel frame, so you can get a lot of flex, and they're pretty stiff factory. But like if you watch like the windshield, without everything tied in there, it's super flexy.
Yeah.
So like the cage stiffens up everything.
I'll probably like driving it more too.
It'll be
It'll just be a lot more reactive.
Yeah, that firewall, or I don't know, like a bulkhead, I guess they call it. It kind of limits because you can only go 10 degrees tilt back.
Yep.
So you don't have much room to put the harnesses here. And like if you do the wrap and you get the seat like close to here, you really don't have any room.
Yeah. So you spaced
So
it
I
out.
just space them back like that. It's just an easier way to do it. And like this is the diagonal for if it does get crushed here, it's better to have a single straight piece. Like
Yep.
it's just, you know, engineering stuff. You need to have it not compress.
This is so crazy. Oh my God.
Dude, it looks sick. Like every angle.
I still think you could go down, maybe a hole on that seat.
Yeah. Maybe if I get comfortable looking out, I can't see that much left to right. Like when I'm actually fully belted in and pulled down a little bit, maybe because it's just the hood.
I mean, you got enough room now for the helmet, so I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love it. I wonder what Fields has in his car.
I know.
For FD.
I saw Bowman's at Clutch Kickers, and he had all the stock stuff back in there. I think he still had it.
He has full.
He has full
stock.
everything in it still.
But I wonder. I'll take a look at Matt Fields' car and just see. There's no way in FD he's doing something electrical like that.
It's in one of his videos. I think he's got like a cable latch, this style. And I think he put some other striker in there to be able to pull it, or maybe he had it in the window.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Because he doesn't have any windows in that car either. The
True.
FD one.
Yeah.
They do a cable latch thing?
Just we need to find ways to convert the electric doors to just pull, but on the door, because there's a mechanical pull on the ground, and that undoes the latch that's on the car. But I just would rather it be on the door if possible.
It's probably safer
You
too.
can put this like somewhere up here on the B pillar, and then just pull
Can
it.
you move it? Is there enough cable links?
The cable goes back, so this is the cable for it.
That's a good idea.
This one is heavy.
I could relocate it, but it still wouldn't be
I mean, it's not
detached
ideal.
and on the door, but at least it's maybe in a better spot. Next day, I wanted to show you guys the car and its new cage in the sunlight, because we lost light very fast after it was dropped off, and the cage is just beautiful. Bell Raceworks did such a good job. I knew his cages were good. I've seen the cage on Adam's E36. I absolutely loved it, but I knew that a Corvette is way more challenging to make a cage for, but he knocked it out of the park, and he did so good. And now the more I look at other cages in Corvettes, even FD cars, like, this one's phenomenal compared to all of them. And what is crazy, from far away, you can't even tell that the car is caged. Look how tucked that is. All factory top mounting points are accessible, easy to use, they still work. The top holder that I didn't even know about that's in the trunk here is still possible to use as well, so I might actually start using that now. Didn't even know it was a thing. Huge shout out and thank you to Arthur. You absolutely killed it. The cage is beyond anything that I was expecting, and I really, really like the design. Look at this. The door bars are literally as tucked as possible, like right along the border of the door right here. It looks so freaking good. It gives me more than enough space to move the seat around if I need to on the inside, and it looks so freaking good. I love that he went with this design for the door bars too. Here's this side. God, so freaking good. And look at that. Look how tucked this is. It's freaking amazing. From the front too, it's really hard to tell straight on that the car is even caged. Now when it's painted, I am going to have the cage painted a very, very bright color. I'm not sure if I've already told you guys what my plans were, if I've dropped hints along the way for the cage and exterior paint. So you will see a little bit of the cage poking through where it goes up to the top, but just barely, man. We also decided to just not worry about the star gussets. It would have been really forced just because of the way Corvettes are. Like, you can't actually weld from the cage to the chassis right here to put star gussets there. You would have had to like rivet or riv nut this side here and then weld that side, and it didn't make sense, and it was going to be forced. So we thought too about putting them in the bar back here, but because this was offset, it would have like leaned weird or looked weird, and I also didn't want to put them on the door bars. I really like this design that he did. It would have possibly looked weird with just a big sheet metal right here with star gussets in it. I don't know, like I really wanted to do them, but I will feature star gussets in another item for this car that you guys will see later on this week. So I will be getting my star gussets. It's just not in the cage. It's not worth forcing it, especially on a cage that looks this good. All right, let's give you some driver POV in here. Whew. It's so weird, y'all, having my Corvette be so gutted. Like, I did not think we'd get to this state as soon as we did, but I'm not mad about it at all. So here, let me scoot up. No cage even coming into my point of view. God, this is so good. Look how close this is too. Like, the amount of time and intricacy that this had to take to get all of these little details perfect for a cage like this. We got the anti-intrusion bar. You can see probably a little better in the light here. So this is actually what Matt Fields did on his car in FD. So this would be FD approved and FD spec, because you can't weld the chassis up there at all. So it is bolted there, and that is just awesome knowing that it is up to spec and it is good to go for whenever, you know, I may need it to be FD spec. We're ready. I am so torn now about trying to put more interior back in. I'm gonna go through all the pieces that I have and maybe put back on like some of the pieces here, trim some other ones. I think Arthur did mention that he already took measurements for like a door card here, which will look sick. That means I can paint that and put some graphics on it as well. I love door card graphics, or just door cards that are painted. It's such a vibe. So I'll be able to do that. I might try and put a speaker in here. I feel like your girl might still want to jam out every now and then, so maybe putting a speaker in here that I might have to tuck a little bit for it to actually fit here and not hit the cage, but maybe I can find a solution for that. I think I'm at the point where the idea was cool to keep this as a more streetable drift car, but that mindset and my goals do not match. I want this to be my full-on comp car, my not overbuilt comp car. You know, it's still for the most part stock Corvette, stock engine. I don't plan on doing any crazy power things anytime soon, and I just want this car for competition. So the mindset of, oh, I want to keep it as a drivable daily should not be there. This is gonna go. I already was wanting to upgrade to just a new double din, so maybe I'll throw in a new double din to work for music, and put some speakers in and just make a panel for this and just clean it up. I do want to reverse mount the hydro, probably put it about right here so it's a lot closer to the wheel. It is still awkward having to move this much when you're chasing just to engage this, and with it being so close to the radio too. So I will probably reverse. I have to get a different master setup for this, but have it reversed, go in there. Eventually I would love to get an aftermarket or one of the carbon fiber dashes that they have, but it's not necessary for now. But I think we're there. I'm accepting that we're gonna go full drift car, full race car mode with this thing, and I am so stoked about it. I just wanted to show you guys a cage. This is huge for so many reasons, and the biggest one being I'm finally gonna start pushing myself to compete more. I know it's gonna be a long road, it's gonna be intimidating and I'm gonna get nervous about it, but it has to happen. I need to start ripping off that first hump jitter band-aid, like already. I just wanna do it. It's gonna be a humbling experience, and I will have some comps to announce very soon. Just need to fix some stuff on the car, just get it into a good state, get this thing painted, looking nice, and straight into battle. Thank you again to Bell Raceworks. Arthur is amazing. He killed it. I'm so happy with this cage. If you guys need cages done in the Florida area and outskirts of Florida too, I'm sure he could make something happen, but he is so talented. He's also moving into a new shop right now, so I'm trying to convince him to start sharing some of his secrets and posting more on his social media, at least on his Instagram, so we can get an inside look of how he does this stuff. That is it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.